I'm back with another film breakdown. Chiefs fans, back again, man. Honestly, on that Chiefs video I did before, it had some of the best reviews I've gotten. Just such a welcoming community of fans. So, I wanted to make another video for you guys. So, diving into the archives a little bit here, that Monday Night Football game. Obviously, it was a loss, heartbreaking. I was actually there at this game live. It was just a spectacle to see these two offenses go back and forth. And the Chiefs did some really cool stuff as far as pre-snap motion goes, and just some of the game planning stuff they did. So diving into this first play here, right? We got 12 personnel, one back, two tight ends. And something that I really want to point out in this video is kind of how the Rams are working with their DBs. You're going to see a number of different coverages that you'll see in every NFL game. But the first thing that we look at here, there's going to be a cover three, right? And all cover three means is that we have three defenders breaking the field up into thirds and covering the deep third. So he's got this deep third, he's got the middle deep third, he's got this deep third. The three backers inside, I know that they're not actually backers, but he's going to go curl flat, he's going to be middle of the field, he's going to go curl flat. On this play, super simple offensively, right? It's going to be a max protect, which means that you're going to have Kareem Hunt, you're going to have the two tight ends stay in to protect, right? They're going to do a little bit of influencing here with Travis Kelce. He's going to come across the formation in almost a wham look. All that does is kind of false key the defense. It's going to bring the eyes over here. But really the biggie that I wanted to show here was what Tyreek Hill's abilities are. So on this play, Tyreek Hill is going to run a triple move, which most of the time you have receivers run a double move, and that's pretty crazy, especially when you have one who's good. He's able to break a defensive back off. But the DBs are playing cover three. He's going to drop off the snap, as we'll see right here. See how he's dropping? That's cover three. Now he's aiding the side of the field because they know this is Tyreek Hill and he's fast as hell and he's going to burn you if you give him any space at all. So Tyreek Hill comes up, he breaks this thing to that out right there. That's the first move, right? That's that out. Then he breaks it upfield and out and up. It's a pretty standard double move that you'll see in the NFL. But with Tyreek Hill's speed, he has the ability to break this thing to an up, out, and then a comeback, which with an arm like Mahomes and feet like Tyreek, they're going to complete this ball all the time, especially when you've got that much space with them working on 37. So we'll break this thing down one more time. We go back to the pre-snap, right? Okay, the other thing that he does here now, just looking at it, is he cuts his split in a little bit. That's huge, right? Because we know if he's cutting his split in just a little bit, which means he's closer to the line of scrimmage than he is to the sidelines, he's got enough space to make that out and then break it upfield. And then he breaks this thing into a comeback by turning his shoulders back to the sidelines almost and getting his eyes on the quarterback. So let's watch Tyreek Hill one more time on this. He comes upfield, breaks that out right there. He's going to plant his foot in the ground, get upfield, and then he breaks the comeback. Just a phenomenal move, a great play call, and that's something that you can't do with everybody in the NFL. You can only do that with a handful of guys. Tyreek Hill is one of them. And also on top of that, congratulations, Chief fans. He is not suspended, so he's going to be a nightmare to deal with for everybody else this year. All right, folks, next play I want to break down for you guys. Formationally, right, personnel-wise, we've got 11 personnel. We got Kareem Hunt, we got Travis Kelce down here as a wide receiver. Now, the reason why the Chiefs line up Kelce as a wide receiver is because they like the matchup, right? Usually you'll get a cornerback out here, but instead the Rams do a good job countering this. They put Mark Barron, who's kind of that safety linebacker hybrid. They put him on Travis Kelce, fine there. What they do is they put their slot cornerback, who would be covering Tyreek Hill, and they put him in a press position. Now, sometimes defenses will do this to try and disrupt the routes of the receiver, right? You want to press him, you want to get the timing off, make it tough for him to get a release, and that's going to disrupt the quarterback's timing and give your defensive line some time to get in there and cause disruption, right? But what Tyreek does on this, and the biggest thing is that off this line, there is no contact made between the DB and Tyreek Hill. Right, he stems them outside really quick, which is going to open up his hips to the inside. You can see how his feet are. His hips are open just enough to this inside. There's no space here, right? He didn't attack him off the snap. He took a step backwards, which created some space. Tyreek Hill's got the quickness to get underneath that, and now he's chasing. Right now he's chasing. It's all on that safety to try and get over the top to help, which he's not fast enough to get to. A good ball from Mahomes could have been a little bit farther in front, but anytime you're in a foot race with 10, you're probably going to lose, and that's exactly what happened here. So a really good job from the offensive line. Just going back to this, we can see, Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald, we all know the tandem that they can be. And this is just a really good job just creating a mosh pit inside here. 75, really good job with the hands hanging on his backside, just hanging on for dear life. And Mahomes does a good job floating that thing in there. A big response score because this game could have got out of hand, but the Chiefs were ready to go toe-to-toe in this one. All right, fellas, next play here. Very similar to the touchdown that we saw beforehand. Very similar. We have, again, a tighter formation here. Splits cut here by Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill again in the slot, and then we got Chris Conley down here at the bottom. Again, we see this pressed cornerback on Tyreek Hill in the slot, and this is something the Chiefs take advantage of a lot during this game. One thing that happens that's different on this is the back is going to leak out into the flat. We're going to get a drag here from Chris Conley, and we're going to get that deep crosser from Tyreek Hill. What happens with this is because we've got the action to the flat with the back, and we have the drag from Conley and Tyreek Hill getting upfield and running that crosser, it's going to create a natural pick in here, and it's going to create a lot of problems for the slot cornerbacks. Let's take a look at this thing, right? Upfield, there's that mini pick right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but watch 37 on this, right? The action from the back coming to the flat is going to bring Mark Barron over, right? Because it's man coverage. Now, that's going to create just enough of a pick that he has to go underneath, this corner has to go underneath Mark Barron, and that's going to free up Tyreek Hill running that streak. Right there. Now that safety is almost too deep, which you can't blame him for being that deep when Tyreek Hill's on the field, but that safety is too deep to get over. Mahomes just has to put that ball closer to the sidelines than he does upfield, and we've got a lot of room to work with that. So again, the formational issues the Chiefs bring to the table, along with their route combinations, provides a lot of problems for these defenses that like to go just straight up man coverage, because you have to fight across defenders from these drag routes, and it creates those natural pick plays that end up being a big problem whenever you're running man. So up front, a really good job with blocking. Really good job on this pass off with the twist, right? We're going to get a twist from Aaron Donald up here, and then we're going to get the looper right here trying to come around the center. Does a really good job of not getting sucked in with Aaron Donald, right? Right there, he can just bury his head and try and block Aaron Donald. He doesn't. He comes back and does a really good job picking off that twist, creating a nice pocket for Mahomes to throw out of. I mean, look at this right there. That is a thing of beauty, right? He can step up into this thing and let it go. He doesn't need to. He's got a strong enough arm to float that thing over the top. But a really good job offensive line-wise picking up that twist, and this route combination here just provides a ton of problems. Let's watch it one more time. As you can see, he gets open. Nobody's going to catch him like that, so feel bad for 37. He had a long game. Next play here on a quick turnover from the Chiefs. They get the ball inside the red zone here. Just a couple of things formationally and defensively that I want to look at before. All right, we know right off the bat that there's going to be cover one with that safety deep. Okay, now the Chiefs, again with that screen gamer, they just go with some next level stuff. So first thing first, we're going to get 3 actions on this play. The first one is going to be a jet sweep motion from Tyreek Hill. It's going to look like he's getting a jet sweep coming around this side. That's going to attract the corner who was covering him in 1 up top. Right, he's got to stay with them. It's cover 1. 11 here is going to look like it's going to be running an end around. That's going to get the attention from Mark Barron, who was playing middle of the field before. He was playing right here beforehand. Right, all that happened is they exchanged roles. 26 is going to be on 11 now. Okay, the third action is going to be with Kareem Hunt, who's going to get a quick play fake, and then he's going to pop out into the flat. So, really quickly, right, we have Tyreek Hill who came over here on a motion. That's going to get the corner, right? The other one's going to be this end around that's going to get the attention of Mark Barron, okay? Kareem Hunt's now going to sneak into the flat. A quick dump off to him. We get some great blocking downfield from 75 and 77, and Kareem's going to take that thing to the house all day. So again, the Chiefs do a really good job putting the Rams in a bind here because they know they're running cover 1. And again, with that screen game, they influence one side of the field. They come back to the other side with Kareem Hunt, and no one's got a chance to get a hand on, and the Chiefs go on top here. So just phenomenal play calling inside the red zone, knowing what the weakness is of that defense with that cover 1, and then just attacking at full force. So again, Chiefs with some great red zone play calling, and off we go.
All right, fellas, next play here. Nothing too crazy formationally or really what the Chiefs are running. But honestly, what I want to break down here is one little route difference that this guy up top does, and then also what's happening coverage-wise down here. So essentially what we're getting from the defense is cover 1, right? It's a prevent cover 1. We're backing off. We're trying to let any ball in front of us get caught, and then we'll rally and make a tackle. A couple things that we have to do in this situation. This DB has to stay in front of number 3, right? Because a lot of times in this situation, you'll get 2 verticals out of these 2 receivers. And then with number 3, right, if we're counting football-wise here, 1, 2, and 3, that's how you would call your receivers. Number 3 on our left side Kelce ends up running like a deep crosser. And to prevent that from happening, we got our defensive backer who usually stays in front of 3. That's his only role, right? On this, what ends up happening is as Kelce gets upfield, he creeps down in almost a robber look, right? But he's got to stay in front of 3 now. He doesn't stay in front of 3, and that's what happens. Really tough for that DB in that situation to stay and hang with him the entire way across. Right, as we can see here from 41. Really tough for him. He gives him that inside. Kelce's going to take it. Good ball from Mahomes. It's upfield and it's toward the sidelines. Not a lot of DBs are going to be able to get a hand on that. So just a great route from Kelce and not a great job from these DBs. The second thing that I want to show you guys, right, is this route up top, right? Well, the Chiefs have been showing, or excuse me, the Rams have been showing a ton of cover 3, which means that if he's going to stop here and just give this this key route, is guys call it a lot of different things. It's a key. It's really just a screen. And he's literally just standing here to hold this defender. Now, what could happen is that he could stand here and this defender could drop. And if he drops, he's going to get in the way of Kelce's route. But what happens here is that as he drops, right, he knows that this DB is probably going to take off. So he gives him an action to hold him here. And that's really a pretty cool thing that I haven't seen a ton is almost faking. It's not really a faking the screen because if it's there, I'm sure that Mahomes would throw it. But I'm sure the coaches know that Kelce's going to cross, and this dude, if he drops, is going to get in the way of that route. So we have to give him some sort of action in order to hold him responsible, and that's exactly what they do. Hope you guys were following me on that. Sorry if it got a little dicey, but just all around a big time play before the half, and a play the Chiefs needed for sure. All right, fellas, next play here that I want to break down for you. Big time play here for the Chiefs. We're into the fourth quarter. You're down 2 scores. And I think that the Chiefs saw in this game that on first down, the Rams were giving them like a cover 2 look. And that's eventually what led to this play call. So off the bat, again, we're seeing a theme from the Chiefs here throughout the games that they like to tighten the formation and then kind of see what the defense is giving them and then base their route combinations off of that. So we send Kelce in motion here. Doesn't do a ton. It just moves Mark Barron over. And all that happens is that these 2 guys are going to switch responsibility as where or excuse me, they're not even going to switch responsibility. Mark Barron's just going to be manned up here. Marcus Peters is now going to bump off a little bit because he's going to be manned with 11. Now we'll see the route combination from behind because that's something I really want to get into, and it's a key to this play. But just really quick, we get that run fake, really influence this side of the field, make it look like a wide zone. Kelce's got to stay on 50's inside, and he doesn't, but we get lucky there, and he trips. Sometimes the football gods just bless you. So we get lucky on that. No holding call. There shouldn't have been. He trips, and Tyreek gets wide open on this, and I'm really happy that we get the end zone view because this is kind of where the play is made. Hang on just one. He's got to celebrate first, and then we'll get to it. Okay, right here. So cover 2 is what's being shown, right? Now, with cover 2, these 2 guys are going to drop to their respective half of the field, but the beater for cover 2, the play beater is a double post, right? So what happens is Tyreek Hill is going to run the deeper post, and Chris Conley is going to run the more shallow post, right? And when you run double post against cover 2, it puts the safety in a bind because he has to pick one of them, right? If he takes the deep post, all right, then the shallow post is going to be open. But if he takes the shallow post like he does, because Conley's the first guy to come underneath with that, right, our deep post is wide open. Wide open. And like I said, 37 had a long game, and you can see why right there. He falls down on this play, but even if he doesn't fall, there's no way he's getting to it. 37's right here to start. He's trying to, first off, they exchange, right? So this route combination is pretty sick. Chris Conley starts off on the outside of the route, and then he runs the shallow post. Tyreek Hill just kind of stems, draws contact here, and then he gets way deeper to run the deep post. And you can see 37. He tries to come off onto that Tyreek Hill post, and he just doesn't get there. And he just kind of turns it into a vertical route because he's got no threat. But just a phenomenal play call, and I'm sure that they saw cover 2 on 1st and 10, and that they had this one dialed up for a while. But that play action with that double post, it's tough to cover. Tough to cover when you're running cover 2. So all around a huge play for the Chiefs, and this thing is definitely far from over. All right, fellas, getting into crunch time here in this game. Inside the red zone, or inside the 10, really, for the Chiefs. a couple of things that I want to show you guys on this play is that something that every NFL team runs is pick plays, right? And there's natural pick plays, there's design pick plays, but every team runs them. And I've heard some people, just across kind of YouTube and football fans that they're like butthurt about pick plays, and it's like pick plays are part of football, man. They've been run forever. Every offense has them. Don't act like you're holier than thou. Your offense has them too. But just a really quick natural pick play, and just one that's pretty blatant, but that I want to show you guys. So again. Like I said, my other Chiefs video, we're giving the Rams a dead side here. Now, instead of the Rams dedicating a corner to this, they're just going to have this backer he's lined up in a backer position, but he's really a safety. He's going to be lined up over Kelce. He's manned up there, right? We got cover one again, and the Rams are just staying in man. Something I play a little bit of Madden, hand up. Guilty as charged. But one thing that happens in Madden that's not realistic at all is running zone inside the 10. Okay, no defense in the NFL wants to be in zone inside the 10 or on the goal line. Everybody wants to be in man, right? Yes, it leaves them open to pick plays, but when you're running zone, there's an opportunity for there to be a hole in the zone, right? You can't cover everything zone-wise inside the red zone, or excuse me, inside the 10. Really, it's really more of a goal line thing. So anyway, getting into this play. Sorry for the rant. I do think it is important though. Out of Tyreek, number 3 here, we're going to get a deep dig, and all he wants to do here is attract attention. That's all we want, right? And as we can see on this play, as he comes upfield, this is just, again, with the pick plays, I love it. This is just perfect, right? He's going to come upfield. Back's going to leak out to the flat. Back coming out to the flat's going to bring this linebacker. Tyreek coming upfield is going to attract the attention of this cat. And then we're going to get a drag here from Connolly. And as he comes across, there's going to be the pick right here and a pick up top. Okay, so the first pick between these two guys is just with this back coming to the flat and him running a drag, right? With the back coming to the flat, it's going to attract Barron, who's going to come here. And then I believe that's 23 is going to get picked by him as Connolly runs the other way on a drag, as we can see right there. That's the first natural pick that we're going to see. And that is a thing of beauty, all right? The second thing that we're going to see is Travis Kelce, who's basically blatantly blocking this linebacker up top, right? No intention of catching the football, and you know what, fellas? I love every bit of it. Running pick plays is a skill. It is an absolute skill that you have to be good at. That doesn't look like an offensive pass interference to a ref. That looks like he's trying to run the route, and we're getting friction downfield. A great job from him on that. Connolly run into open space. Mahomes bring that thing down, put it on his chest, or on his upfield shoulder. But you know what? A big-time play for the Chiefs, and puts them on top in a crunch time situation. And if you don't like pick plays, that's okay. I don't hate you for it. But just understand that everybody runs them. It's part of football, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Sorry it ran a little bit long. Chiefs fans, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said before, I absolutely love breaking down this offense, so definitely more to come. But anyway, like and subscribe, and more to come, fellas. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.